I'm Jenna Middaugh. Coming up on 11 News at noon, an early morning fire is under investigation after it sparked at an apartment building near Old Colorado City. Plus, while we've mostly recovered from last week's blizzard, the Midwest is still feeling the effects from that storm. How Colorado is helping during this historic flooding. And let's take a live look outside. Things are a bit cooler out there today. Meteorologist Jordan Sherman breaks down our forecast. Join us at noon.
This is KKTV 11 News at noon.
The historic flooding in the Midwest is not over yet. What people close to home are doing to help the devastated area. Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. I'm Jenna Middaugh. Katie Pelton is on assignment. We want to start with this 11 breaking news alert. President Trump is holding a joint news conference at the White House with the Brazilian president right now. The leaders are expected to discuss the situation in Venezuela, while reporters will also likely ask the president questions about other issues facing his administration. Let's listen in.
Started a new U.S.-Brazil energy forum. Mr. President, thank you very much.
We'll continue to follow those updates throughout the day, and we'll bring you more later on 11 News. New today, firefighters say everyone is safe after a fire sparked at a local apartment building this morning. This happened on Henderson Avenue near Old Colorado City. Fire officials say they were able to put out the fire pretty fast. One woman did have to be treated for inhaling smoke, but she is expected to be okay. We spoke with firefighters who say it's always a good reminder to make sure your smoke alarms work.
And we really want people to understand the need for having working smoke alarms.
Investigators are still trying to figure out what started that fire. Time now for your no-wait weather with meteorologist Jordan Sherman. Jordan, I know you're tracking some showers. Is anyone seeing any rain or snow?
Yeah, really isolated too, Jenna. Take a look at this shot here from our Canyon City camera.
Thank you, Jordan. New at noon, the Midwest is bracing for a new round of flooding as rivers in 40 places rise to historic levels. More than 70 cities in Nebraska are under emergency declarations from the last round of flooding that killed at least 3 people. DeMarco Morgan is in Waterloo, Nebraska with the latest.
The views from the sky over the flooded Midwest reveal miles and miles of devastation.
Coloradans are coming together to help people in Nebraska and across the Midwest deal with all that flooding. Our sister station in Denver reports help from our state is on the way thanks to the American Red Cross. The organization recently shipped out 5 volunteers along with emergency supplies, including things like water, cots, and face masks. The volunteers will help with shelter and food wherever they're needed in the Midwest. This is developing now. We're finding out more about the Michael Cohen raid in April 2018. Dozens of pages of partially redacted documents were released this morning. This comes after a federal judge ruled to unseal those documents. They reveal that investigators went after Cohen's email accounts for data going back to 2015 during Cohen's time with the Trump Organization. According to the documents, prosecutors asked for data from Cohen's cell phones the month before the 2016 election. Cohen was given a 3-year prison sentence for numerous crimes, including campaign finance violations. He's expected to start his term behind bars in May. We have an update now for all the drivers who were forced to abandon their vehicles during last week's blizzard. Police are responding after a viewer reached out to our 11 call for action team when his car was towed to a police impound lot after the storm. While there were many cars towed to private towing companies, Colorado Springs police say they only towed 6 cars after the storm. That's little comfort for the man who reached out to us. He says he had to pay around $250 to get his car back. Lance Hanley told 11 News he was forced by police to abandon his car and was told it would likely just be moved out of the road.
I said, look, I don't want my car to get towed. It's not even mine. It's my mom's, and she's in Alaska right now.
Police say people can challenge the tow fees in court. Hanley says that's what he plans to do. New today, Representative Devin Nunes is suing Twitter and several Twitter users. The California Republican claims that the social media site is censoring conservatives and failed to take action against accounts that were libeling him. He is placing the blame on 2 parody accounts called Devin Nunes' Mom and Devin Nunes' Cow. Nunes says the 2 parody accounts made libelous statements about him and Twitter refused to remove them. Nunes' lawsuit is asking for $250 million in compensatory damages and another $350,000 in punitive damages. Well, an unexpected trip to the ER can already be pretty expensive. Coming up on 11 News at noon, why that trip to the hospital could be costing you even more. Plus, a fire that's been burning for more than 2 full days now, when officials think they'll have it out. Welcome back. The University of Southern California has placed a hold on the accounts of students who may be involved in the recent college admissions scam. Those students won't be allowed to register for classes or get their transcripts. That is until the investigation is complete. The university says the students have been notified that their status is under review. USC says it has the option of expelling students or pulling their admission depending on the results of that investigation. It's unclear how many USC students are affected. Right now, a huge fire at a chemical plant in Texas is still burning and will likely not stop for at least another day. This is happening at the Deer Park chemical plant near Houston. The fire broke out Sunday morning after flammable liquid leaked and ignited. No injuries have been reported, but people living nearby are concerned about the possible effects of the smoke on their health. Over the past 12 years, the company has paid more than $200,000 in penalties for violating clean air and water regulations at that facility. Well, this is developing. We want to warn you about a hospital loophole that could put your family on the hook for unexpected bills. CBS News reports nearly 65% of hospitals across the country use emergency rooms staffed by outside companies. That means even if you go to an in-network hospital, you could be seeing out-of-network doctors and providers who can charge more. Michelle Mills took her son to a Mississippi ER for a broken nose. She even called ahead to find out if the hospital was in-network. She later got a bill for $1,800.
I think about older people or people who have not experienced anything like this.
A recent survey found more than half of American adults have received a surprise medical bill. Jordan?
All right, thanks, Jenna. We're some of us already seeing some rain and snow showers out there. What about the rest?
New at noon, farmers in London are taking their crops from tunnels to tables. The underground technique is changing the way city consumers get their greens. CBS's Gwen Baumgartner reports from London.
100 feet below London's busy streets, there are rows of green, farmland like you've never seen before.
Pretty cool concept. Farmers hope to expand their underground crops from herbs to full-size vegetables. The founders of Growing Underground say they don't want to replace traditional farming, just provide more alternatives for cities. We'll be right back. Welcome back. A full-length trailer for the highly anticipated sequel Toy Story 4 was released just this morning. If you haven't seen it yet, you want to check it out. It brings back all the old toys we've grown to love, like Buzz and Woody, and also introduces some new ones. The film is set to be hit theaters in June. Definitely on the list to go see. And it's a slam dunk for pizza lovers this March Madness. Pizza Hut is bringing back Pizzones for the tournament. The calzone-like snack has been off the menu for several years. There's also a lot of other deals that food fans can enjoy during the games. Little Caesars is offering its bacon-wrapped deep dish pizza, and Domino's is taking 50% off all menu-priced pizzas. The promotions will last through the NCAA games. Remember, you can catch the tournament here right on KKTV. The first round kicks off this Thursday at 10 a.m. So even if you don't like the games, there's always, maybe not a fan of basketball, there's always food,
Yeah, right. It's almost like a Super Bowl, except it lasts a few weeks. Yeah,
Exactly.
You just go hang out with the foods. I think a lot of folks going to be calling off Thursday and Friday, maybe calling out of work. They want to watch the games. It's going to be a pretty exciting tournament, I think, this year.
Yeah, well, I'm not a big basketball fan, but definitely always down for some pizza.
I was going to say,
I'll be
pizza,
snacking.
That sounds good, too.
Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, KKTV is your breaking news and weather leader. We're always online at kktv.com and on Facebook. We'll see you right back here for 11 News at 4. Thanks for watching.